Hi, happy Saturday. I'm going to show you how I make marinara sauce today. It's kind of rainy and nasty outdoors, so I brought in a bunch of tomatoes out by the garden, and I'm going to just make up a big batch of sauce and either freeze it or can it depending on how I feel tomorrow. Get your biggest pot that you got. This is a water bath canner, and it's almost getting some spots that might rust through. You just check it, hold it up to a light, make sure no light shows, and then you can use it. It's one of those old enameled canners. Okay, so start by gathering everything you need: tomatoes, garlic, onions, peppers. This is all stuff from the garden. Onions are getting towards the end of their storage life. Those are the Walla Walla sweets. And I will start cutting them up. You don't have to skin them, and I don't peel the garlic all the way, just part way, because after I cook it part way, I run it through my Vitamix, and that pulverizes all the skins and seeds and everything, and that's extra nutrient and stuff that's left in the sauce instead of thrown away. Of course, the chickens like it if you do that, but you have to have chickens. I do, but I want to save the sauce and the goodness of the sauce for people. So anyway, I'm going to start by quartering the tomatoes and get that in the pot. I'll do that now. I wished I had a way to hold this button down so I could show myself doing it, but I don't have that, and I don't have a helper here. So here goes. I'll show you the next step after I get tomatoes all cut. Just to show you, I don't peel them, but I do cut the stem out, of course, and if it has any of those big, ugly, long roots from the stem that go down into the tomato, because they're kind of tough, and so I just cut those out. But anyway, just rough chop everything. You can actually throw the garlic in whole once you take the outer skins off. Even the inner skins can be left on the garlic, because like I say, it all gets pulverized. Well, the tomatoes are all chopped and in there, ready to throw the onions and peppers and garlic in. I've already got that sitting in there. I'll just dump that in. That's a couple bulbs of garlic. I just gotta light this thing. I'm going to turn it to kind of a medium until these sweat down a little bit, get some juice out, then I'll throw everything else in and let it cook for a long time. I need to go out and get some parsley out of the herb garden. And I've got a bunch of dried oregano, because the oregano plants are getting kind of ratty at this point, but I've got some dried oregano from earlier that is going to go in, and some basil as well. Just thought I'd point out to you so that you don't make the same mistake that I did here a couple summers ago. This is burnt, this wooden handle, and that's because it was off to the side like that, and the extra heat that came up from underneath this heavy-duty burner caught that puppy nearly on fire. Charcoaled it pretty good, so it missing chunks. Well, I brought in my parsley and rinsed it, and it's got a couple different kinds of parsley. There's curly leaf and then the flat leaf Italian, and I don't know if you can see them, but look what crawled out after I brought this in. I was really careful picking it, but this is why you should kind of wash and clean your stuff. This is a little snail. Just decided to hitchhike in on the parsley, I guess. Anyway, glad he crawled out of there before he went into the cooking pot, but I guess it wouldn't have hurt much. Just been a little extra protein. Not one that I'd want to eat, though. I guess you have to get used to eating stuff like that. My dad used to eat snails out of the backyard, but Never could talk me into it. I thought he was always pulling my leg. Anyway, I'll update you in a bit. This is what the sauce is looking at now. It's been about a half an hour. You see, it's all nice and lots of juice coming out of them tomatoes. It's cooking down real nice. Well, as you can see, it's become nighttime. This stuff has been simmering all day. Next step is to ladle it a batch at a time into the Vitamix. Then once it comes out of that, it's totally pulverized. All the bits and pieces that are in there become just a nice thick sauce. And then it goes into another pot and we cook it down further. Anyway, that's what I'm doing next. At low speed, but see if we can get it all over the ceiling. We'll just continue doing these blender batches of the cooked down tomatoes and onions and garlic and whatever else you happen to throw in there, and then cook it down further. I'll probably leave this on simmer all night long. Well, it was, as you know, a pretty big batch, so I just split it up between two pots here. Kind of foamy looking right now, but that's what it looks like when it comes out of the Vitamix. It will cook down and get very nice and thick. Well, I thought you should see the progress of this. I don't think I'm going to cook it all night. It's been going for a while. The way I do it is I cook it until it starts becoming dangerous to stand next to it, and it's kind of getting to that point where it's like a little volcano. It starts shooting it up. I've taken some of this out of this pot, moved it over to this professional cookware here. This I think is an ex-Navy pot that I got at a garage sale, but boy, I tell you what, it cooks fast. It cooks twice as fast as this other one. So anyway, they'll be done here probably in just a couple minutes. I can't stand here very long without getting splattered. Okay, what I did is I consolidated it all in this one big sauce pot that I have here. And I'm just going to give it another 10 minutes. So it's going to start volcanoing here in a second again, and then we can take it off and let it cool until morning, and then I'll decide if I want to can it or freeze it. It smells wonderful.